Very good day everybody, and welcome to another video. This is your favorite funky sim pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko. I will be your captain for today's flight. And today we'll be continuing our previous attempt to fly from Milan to Nice, a short little city hop, like a non-commercial flight. And it looked like there was something wrong with my hardware, but turned out that the thing that was wrong with my hardware was actually my own brain. So not any of the peripherals here. Yeah, but we're back, and I decided to just fly the same flight. So that will be a short flight, 41 minutes of flight time. We'll be using real-world time and real-world weather, and intentions.ai for our ATC. And the aircraft that we're using today is the Flight of X Citation X, a very nice little plane. She can go really fast to Mach 0.92, and she can go also very high. I believe it's like flight level 460 easily. So yeah, let's get the thumb out of the way and see if we can get the Volanta thing to work. There we go, it refreshed, beautiful. Alright, let's get inside. So I guess the APU is available. That's our avionics on. Flight plan recall. And let's align the ILS, or the IRS, excuse me. Not the ILS, please. One 36375. Oh, I thought I had started faint engines, but I hadn't. My bad.
1520 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 35. Wind calm. Cab OK. Temperature 35. Dew point 15. QNH 1011. Transition level 80. Advise on initial contact you have information Golf. Milano Linate Airport.
Alright, that's actually the information we need. Wind calm. 35 degrees, 15 dew points. QNH 1011 and transition level 80. And then for this frequency, for this airport, we'll use the ground frequency to request our clearance. So here it's the 12-6 Juliet. Not really sure what it stands for. Let's see. 2151.
Aero Italia 2361, ready to taxi.
Aero Italia 2361, taxi to holding point runway 35 at your discretion.
Ground, good evening. November 527 Romeo Mike, type is Citation, X-ray. We are at stand Golf 11. We have information Golf requesting IFR clearance to need.
Romeo Mike, clear to Nice Côte d'Azur via the 12-6 Juliet departure. Initial climb 4000. Departure on 126.3, squawk 1000. Expect runway 35.
Clear to Nice, via the 12-6 Juliet departure. Initial climb 4000. Departure frequency 126.3, squawk 1000. And our departure runway 35. November 527 Romeo Mike.
Alpine 34 Golf Kilo, ready to taxi.
Alpine 34 Golf Kilo, taxi to holding point runway 35 at your discretion. Correct.
Come on, dude. Squawk 1000. Alright. Okay, so departure runway 35 at the 12-6 Juliet. Activate. Arrival runway was 22 right with the BORDI 8 Romeo. Position altitude 8000. Thanks, 8000. Alright,
Carol 220 ready for push. Carol 220 push and start at your discretion.
2141.
Roger, pushback approved. Itaro 220. Italia 2361, contact tower on 118.1.
The ceiling, flight level
118.1 for tower, Aero Italia 2361.
That is really nice and high. As long as the plane going that high. It just goes really fast. Like takeoff. 35 and the wind was calm, so let's just go 0/0 then. Oh, doesn't like it.
India Zulu Foxtrot Tango ready to taxi.
India Zulu Foxtrot Tango, taxi to holding point runway 35 via November, Charlie Bravo Tango.
Taxi to holding point runway 35 via November, Charlie Bravo Tango India Zulu Foxtrot Tango.
But
Itaro 220 ready to taxi.
Itaro 220, taxi to holding point runway 35 via Bravo Tango.
that's for the IRS system.
Taxi to holding point runway 35 via Bravo Tango Itaro 220.
Initial climb 4,000. QNH 1011. That's already there, that's nice.
Alpine 34 Golf Kilo, contact tower on 118.1.
To tower, Alpine 34 Golf Kilo.
Runway heading for runway 353. So we're just standing by a minute, then we can request push and start, and then taxi to the runway and get this baby up to the skies. So we have our fuel on board.
All aircraft be advised, information hotel is now current. QNH 1011.
Aero Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 35. Wind variable at 5. Cav OK. Temperature 36. 2.15. QNH 1011. Transition level 80. Advise on initial contact you have information hotel. Milano.
Alright, and the aircraft figures out its position. Engines are shut down mode, no takeoff, park the brake is on, the APU is on. Then, yeah. Let's check our Z speed. V1 is 127, rotate 129, V2 141. Ground, November 527, Romeo Mike, request push and start.
Romeo Mike, push and start approved. Face northwest.
Base northwest, 7 Romeo Mike, thank you. Alright. Okay, engine number 1. Once I see a face in it, one eye, two eyes that are on sticks, this is the nose and this is the mouth, I can no longer unsee that. No matter how gracious the plane wants to look, it is, it is forever tainted. I cannot unsee that shit. Okay, that looks good, engine number 1, so let's go engine number 2.
Ground, Itaro 1184, taxi to parking.
Itaro 1184, taxi to parking via Golf, Echo, Foxtrot, Zulu.
Arm the thrust reversers.
Golf, Echo, Foxtrot, Zulu, Itaro 1184.
Is our squawk, are we squawking Charlie, are we squawking active? I'm not really sure if I can check. ADF box, TARA, standby, TA only, standby, okay, so yeah, let's just do TARA then. Ground, November 5 to 7, Romeo Mike, request taxi.
Romeo Mike, taxi to holding point runway 35 via Yankee November Charlie Bravo Tango.
On the point, runway 35 via Yankee November Charlie Bravo Tango 7 Romeo Mike. Get the chokes out of the way as well. Got everybody cool in the back? Alright. So we do have a co-pilot sitting in the empty chair. Pierre, I believe you are with us today? Turn off the...
Yes, Captain Arkady.
Cool.
I'm here with you today, ready for a smooth flight.
Well, let's do this. Taxi lights. Find some decent sort of trim there, nothing too crazy. Nose down, we should go nose up. Looks a little bit weird. Not sure if I'm doing this correctly. And you should be nose up, right? Let's see what it does. Previous flights, I don't think I really messed around with it too much and we took off perfectly fine. So maybe if we crash today, then that is the reason. That's a very good candidate. So we have our taxi lights on. Is there anything else we need to do? Let's just check real quick. We don't turn off the engine. That's good. Let's go take off flaps 5. Parking brake released. And just a sanity check. We take a right turn to get onto Yankee November Charlie Bravo Tango. Okay.
Ground, Iberia 6901.
And that goes to train.
Iberia 6901, taxi to parking via Golf Alpha.
Golf Alpha, Iberia 6901.
I think we can arm the auto thrust system to follow the FMS. Yeah, that's what you get when you try to link something and taxi.
Alpine 62 Bravo Foxtrot, taxi to parking via Golf Alpha.
Golf Alpha, Alpine 62 Bravo Foxtrot.
Idaro
Pierre,
220
you do the
contact
radios,
tower
please.
on 118.1.
Tower on 118.1, Itaro 220.
Radios from here, Captain.
So Pierre will do the radio for us in his heavy French accent. And once we get onto this straight bit, I can open up my ice golf and have another sip of that as well. I got a nice cold drink with ice cubes. A nice little iced coffee. I don't spill that all over myself. I didn't, so I have refined motoric skills of a higher primate. I'm very proud of myself. November to the right would be Mike. We are not doing that. Go a little bit faster, shall we? This taxiway is interesting. We were here this morning, and you'll actually fly. You'll actually drive past the bunny lights. Pretty cute. Ground speed 21 and increasing. So there is our runway right there, and there's some bunny lights, and then here you got some bunny lights to the left. Oops, let's try and stay in one piece here. Not like it's a very cheap aircraft or anything. Here you got some bunny lights going, very nice.
Alpine 65 Tango Hotel, request pushback.
Okay, we cannot look at it too long.
Alpine 65 Tango Hotel, cleared for push and start.
The speed's getting a little bit high here.
Pushback and start approved. Alpine 65 Tango Hotel.
Whereas we got Alpha to the right. don't see any signage confirming, but here to the right will be Bravo. So I believe let's look where the sun, it's probably going to be another nighttime landing. And I don't think we have an ILS, actually we do not have an ILS on runway 22 right. But, well, we'll check.
Ground Itaro 2080, taxi to the ramp.
Itaro 2080, taxi to parking via Golf Echo Foxtrot Zulu.
Okay, so State engines might consider using
Golf
something
Echo
like a
Foxtrot
compressor
Zulu, Itaro
or,
2080.
make sure the volume changes are not too great. It's fine if it's a bit dynamic, you know, but sometimes all of a sudden extremely loud. It's just a little bit off-putting.
5 Tango Hotel, ready to taxi.
Alpine 65 Tango Hotel, taxi to holding point runway 35 via Zulu, Tango.
Taxi to holding point, runway 35 via Zulu, Tango, Alpine 65 Tango Hotel.
We got some incoming traffic there. The line there. So we got Pierre doing the radios, so any moment now we'll be handed over to the tower for our takeoff.
Ground, Beeline 6 Zulu Hotel, taxi to the ramp.
Beeline 6 Zulu Hotel, taxi to parking via Golf Alpha.
Golf Alpha, Beeline 6 Zulu Hotel.
Oh, one of those planes all of a sudden just disappeared. Well, they're definitely smoothing things up here. I got another hidden
7
plane there.
Romeo Mike, contact tower on 118.1, safe flight.
Contacting tower on 118.1. November 527 Romeo Mike.
I think I got some more incoming traffic as well.
Linate tower. November 527 Romeo Mike. Good evening, holding short 35, ready for departure.
Parking brake set.
November 527 Romeo Mike, Linate Tower, runway 35, hold short, you're number 3 behind the Phenom.
We got our V speeds here. 126, rotate 129, V2 141. So I can set our timer here if you want. Like we got some more incoming traffic, parking brake.
Alpine 63 Foxtrot, Yankee contact ground on 121.8.
Ground on 121.8, Alpine 63 Foxtrot, Yankee.
Actually, that is. Oh no, it's when I zoom in, I don't see it. When I zoom out, I get the impression there is an airplane right there. And then when I zoom in, it goes again. But when we look here at the traffic, it definitely looks like traffic coming to the runway. Not sure if you can see at home. This is like really small. 1 point, there you go. It's a busy evening here at Milano Linate Airport. Is anything else we need to do before takeoff? Got to climb to 4,000. I think I'll just use flight level change for that. And I guess we can arm the lateral navigation. It's nice to see that the traffic is actually working, you know. So we're not hearing this aircraft being cleared to line up or something. And that's something that you sometimes notice with same changes, I guess. It's a bit annoying. Sometimes everything works perfectly and it seems to make sense, but then this does not seem to make sense at all.
Itaro 313, contact ground on 121.8.
Ground on 121.8, Itaro 313.
They just start rolling. Okay.
Itaro 220, holding short of 35, ready for departure. Itaro 220, winds 360 at 3, runway 35, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, 35, Itaro 220.
Oh, cool. The plane just vanished. Okay, traditionally one progressively thrust levers forward, and then one pulls back up the stick, and that will get you to take off. That will go a lot more efficient, my friend. There they go. And now we can get into position.
7 Romeo Mike, runway 35, line up and wait. Caution, wake turbulence.
Runway 35, line up and wait. November 527, Romeo Mike.
Seven Romeo Mike, runway 35, winds 360 at 5, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 35, cleared for takeoff. November 527, Romeo Mike.
Itaro 220, contact departure. Good day. Departure, Itaro 220, see ya.
Parking brake, so before we take off, I wanted to have a look at the lapse time. That should start running like this, I think. There it goes, clock. Very good. Right, parking brake released. Get this baby going. Quick check what that warning is every time. No takeoff, I don't know why, but we are going. P1, I am already rotating. Get up.
7 Romeo Mike. Contact Milan radar on 126.3.
Contacting Milan radar on 126.3. November 527 Romeo Mike. Milan radar. November 527. Romeo. Mike. Good evening, climbing through 1000.
November 527 Romeo Mike. Milan radar identified. Climb flight level 190.
190.
Climbing flight level 190. November 527 Romeo. Mike.
Guess we can go flaps up. Thanks, Alliance can go
7 Romeo Mike, contact Milan radar on 132.705.
Maybe that was the reason we should have been on nav there.
On
But we still
132.705.
see everything.
November 527 Romeo. Mike. Milan radar. November 527. Romeo. Mike. Good evening, 3000 for flight level 190.
So on our way to Epson.
November 527 Romeo Mike, Milan radar identified. Good evening, Milan QNH 1011.
011. Got that. Yeah, so the FMS, so the auto clock system is in FMS mode. And it's listening to
radar center, Alpine 61, Quebec X-ray, flight level 220, climbing flight level 240.
Fucking hell, it's the devil himself, man.
November 527 Romeo Mike.
November 567 Romeo. Okay, maybe I'm possessed now as well. Shit. 8,200. Check the weather that's out of destination. Arriving runway 22 right, wind 190 at 9. Through the charts, approach, to the right.
Milan Radar Center, Volotea 2244 with you at flight level 340.
Volotea 2244 identified. Good evening.
Dear guests, we are pleased to inform you that the use of removed electronic devices is now permitted in flight mode. Our cabin service will begin shortly. Thank you for flying with us.
Yeah. Doesn't seem right from a little corporate flag like this to have these commercial messages. 12,200. Landing lights can go up as well. And yeah, let's release some passengers.
November 103, contact Rome Radar Center on 133.13.
Rome Radar Center 133.13. Good evening, November 103.
So cruising flight level 230.
Milan radar center, Austrian 405 with you at flight level 310.
Austrian 405, Milan radar center identified.
$19,000. Better go to 350 knots. First stage. Cruising speed 350, 0.80 Mach, but we can go to 0.9 or 2 if we want to. And actually we should go standard pressure. So the speed's increasing nicely, although it's sitting right there below the bottom of the boat. The tiniest of gusts could push us into an overspeed situation.
Ryanair 6466, contact Marseille Control on 127.905, so long.
127.905, Ryanair 6466.
So right now we're cruising at 19,000. As far as I know, our cruising altitude today was about to be higher. Just to double check. Yes, that's 190.
Ryanair 4 Delta Uniform, flight level 310.
Ryanair 4 Delta Uniform, good evening.
So property stands 75 miles. Pierre, could you maybe request that we change our cruising altitude to 230, flight level 230?
I'll request to climb flight level 230 for you, Captain.
Milan radar center, Iberia 06 Papa Whiskey at flight level 350.
Milan radar, November 527. Romeo, Mike, Milan radar. We'd like to request a climb to flight level 230.
Romeo Mike, climb flight level 230.
What? Level change?
Climbing flight level 230. November 527 Romeo. Mike.
So climbing, you can see immediately speed goes back to 300. It's demanding that we go 300. Don't know if we, I mean, we probably can change it. I'm not sure if we should. So it's fine, we'll just leave it like this. It's not a
Air
very long
Portugal
climb
871,
anyway.
contact Marseille Control on 127.905. Good evening.
127.905, Air Portugal 871.
Milan Radar Center, Austrian 405, how do you read us?
Austrian 405, reading you clearly.
Final approach course 222. Transition altitude 5000. Airport elevation, sea level 12 feet. And glide slope will start at 2000.
Milan Radar Center, Tunair 527 with you, flight level 360.
Tunair 527, good evening.
The glide path angle is 3.20 degrees. And decision altitude 350. Why not on the emergency lights as well? I mean, we are almost at
Iberia
the
06 Papa Whiskey, when ready, descend to flight level 310.
Descending to flight level 310, Iberia 06 Papa Whiskey.
Iberia 06 Papa Whiskey, descend flight level 270.
Descending flight level 270, Iberia 06 Papa Whiskey.
So this is making me a little bit nervous. I emphasize it a little bit. I'll wait on this. So it really is close to the overspeed there. But as I said, it's just a little nervous, so we're just keeping it like that. It's not like we're going to explode immediately or anything. It's an interesting thing to sort of keep in mind, you know. I mean, this is really pushing it to the absolute max, which leaves obviously zero room for flexibility, right? Which is something you should always do.
Itaro 220, contact Swiss Radar Center on 133.05, good evening.
Switching to 133.05, Itaro 220.
So landing speeds currently, final approach is 121 knots. Current time now 16 minutes and 8 seconds into the flight. And total descent is 25 miles, which is pretty much peanuts. So the other day we had a flight, I think to Gardermoen in Oslo with the CRJ 900. Touchdown.
Royal Air Maroc 953 Quebec. Contact Marcel Control on 130.955, so long.
And I did touchdown pretty much.
Over to Marseille Control on 130.955, Royal Air Maroc 953 Quebec.
So touchdown zone is preferred, even if it's a little bit rough, you know. But it was very rough. Checked with Volanta, it says minus 530 feet per minute, which is really too hard. And I believe minus 350 or something on Saint engines. And I'm figuring all the passengers are just sitting there thinking, is how it ends, you know, like fuck. We landed pretty much on the right main landing gear. The right wing was going towards the runway, and then we landed on our nose gear, and then the left main gear followed as well.
Edelweiss 894 Tango, climb flight level 360.
Climb flight level 360, Edelweiss 894 Tango.
Looks pretty from up here.
Edelweiss 894 Tango, contact Marcel Control on 128.325, so long.
Over to Marseille Control on 128.325, Edelweiss 894 Tango.
Oh my god, the pilots have jumped. It's an interesting shape, this plane, with that big belly. And these very big engines.
Ryanair 4 Delta Uniform, contact Marcel Control on 127.905, good evening.
Oh yeah, nice little business jet.
127.905, good evening, Ryanair 4 Delta Uniform.
Oh, let's request our descent. Maybe they gave us our descent, I don't know. No, they didn't.
I'll request the descent for you, Captain.
Iberia 06, Papa Whiskey, continue descent to flight level 210.
Milan radar, November 527 Romeo. Mike, requesting descent to flight level 190.
Silent Romeo Mike, descend via BORDI 8 Romeo to 4000 into Nice, QNH 1013.
Descend via BORDI 8 Romeo to 4000 into Nice. QNH 1013. November 527 Romeo. Mike.
Alright, flight over change.
210, Iberia 06 Papa Whiskey.
The flight system is recognizing that we are descending. Should spool back the engine. At least I hope it will. There you go, that's looking good. It's aiming for 300 feet, 300 knots.
Speedbird 334, descend to flight level 170, pilot's discretion.
Reading for flight level 170, Speedbird 334.
That dude sounds like he's got hypoxia, man. So, a descent rate, 4,500 feet per minute. Let's have a look at that. Look at her go. She's like, yeah, we got enough of this shit, let's go down. Okay. Beautiful here, man, look at that. Very nice. So, let's see, our arrival stand Kilo 52.
Nice approach. November 527. Romeo. Mike. Good evening. Flight level 180 descending via BORDI 8 Romeo.
November 527 Romeo Mike. Nice approach. Identified. Salve cleared near us transition. Expect a RANAV Zulu runway 22 right approach. Into Nice. Let me know you've got information echo.
Cleared near us transition. Expect the RANAV Zulu runway 22 right approach into Nice. November 527 Romeo Mike.
Wind 190 Yes, Pierre, you can go ahead and tell them that we have information echo, please. Somehow he never does that.
I'll let approach know we have information echo.
013.
Nice approach, November 527. Romeo. Mike. Nice approach, November 527. Romeo. Mike, we are with information echo.
7 Romeo Mike, identified. Bonsoir.
Oh, and my dear Pierre, from now on you shall only use call sign 7 Romeo Mike. Do you understand? This dude's taking forever to say November 527.
Understood,
Romeo
Captain Arkady.
Mike.
I use call sign 7 from now on.
Negative. Call sign 7 Romeo Mike. Say it back to me.
Understood, Captain Arkady. From now on, we'll use call sign 7 Romeo Mike.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome, Captain Arkady.
He doesn't have to call me Captain. But sure. 10,000. Pierre, now that we're net picking, you don't have to call me Captain. Just say Arkady, it'll be fine. I will listen to you.
Alright, Arkady, I'll keep it casual.
Nearest to Nanox. Let's delete that discontinuity.
Seven Romeo Mike, this will get you there sooner. Turn right, heading 165. Descent 3000, vector for the AirNav Zulu runway 22 right approach. This is for descent.
Right heading 165, descend 3000. Vectors for the Air Nav Zulu runway 22 right approach.
Heading mode.
November 527 Romeo. Mike.
7 Romeo Mike, turn right, heading 255.
255.
Right to heading 255 TTD. November 527 Romeo. Mike.
Seven Romeo Mike, speed 180 knots.
Speed 180 knots. November 527 Romeo Mike.
Speed direct 180 knots. Speed brake retracted. Mike November 22 Delta. That's 15.
7 Romeo Mike, 5 miles from F22 Romeo Zulu. Turn right, heading 265. Descend in 2000 until established on the final approach course. Cleared for the Air Nav Zulu runway 22 right approach.
Right heading 265. Descend 2000 until established on the final approach course. Cleared for the Air Nav Zulu runway 22 right approach. November 527 Romeo.
Final approach speed 121.
Seven Romeo Mike, contact Nice Tower on 18.7.
Switching to Nice Tower on 118.7. November 527 Romeo Mike.
Level change to 2000.
Nice Tower. November 527 Romeo. Mike. Good evening on the Air Nav runway 22 right approach.
November 527 Romeo Mike, Nice Tower, bien recours. Continue approach runway 22 right.
Never go to work. But, dear, request vectors for us, please, for runway 22 right. This is not working.
I'll request vectors for runway 22 right.
Nice Tower, November 527. Romeo. Mike, Nice Tower, requesting vectors to runway 22 right.
7 Romeo and Mike, unable to provide vectors for this approach. Proceed direct to the final approach fix and advise when you have the field or the approach in sight.
Proceeding direct to the final approach fix, will advise when we have the field or the approach in sight.
That would never
November
work if you ask me.
527 Romeo.
What's the
Mike.
Hell now? No in hell, because we should then go a right turn. Look at this situation, let's have a look. So that would mean we go to our final approach fix. There's the runway. So we require like a very sharp turn, which is absolutely insane. I'm probably doing a whole bunch of things wrong, but look at our location here. We check the final approach course. Or a map, actually, I should say. So basically, fly here and then take a very sharp left turn. So, you know what? We'll just do it our own way. LNS can come on. We'll just vector ourselves. ATC, the diffusers to help us, just to help us kill everyone inside the plane. Then we can just do it ourselves. We are at 2000 and we'll stay on flaps 15 for a little bit. Hey Vintage, welcome man. We're about to kill ourselves in Nice in France. So you're just in time. Scenery looks really nice, man. Look at that.
Speedbird 334, winds 190 at 8, runway 22 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 22 right, Speedbird 334.
Good morning. Let's take a left turn. Final approach course is 222. There's a runway. Okay, report the runway inside, please, Pierre.
I'll report that on the way inside.
7
Arkady.
Romeo Mike, continue approach.
Nice Tower, November 527.
Gear down.
Romeo. Mike, heading directly to the final approach fix, will notify you once we have the field or the approach in sight.
Yeah, then we have the field inside, please.
I let them know we have the field in sight, Arkady.
Nice Tower, November 527. Romeo. Mike. Nice Tower 7.
That's way too high, man.
Romeo Mike. Field is in sight.
Screw this. Yeah, just say that we're going around. We fucking need vectors or we're just going to crash into the fucking tower. Ask them if they understand.
Careful, that might count as a terms of service slip. Let's keep the radio professional. If that's not what you meant, no worries. Carry on.
Oh, I just totally forgot. I was an emotional outburst. You're totally right to remind me about that. Okay, you say damn, then say damn twice. Yup.
No worries, Arkady. Let's keep our focus on landing smoothly.
Yeah, we're not, they said we have vectors to get you in there smoother. And they basically sent us like on a 90-degree angle to the airport, and then said, no, but just go to the final approach fix. It was weird as hell. Alright, gear up.
7 Romeo Mike, continue approach.
Let's go speed 180, should be fine. That's 15 is okay. Say missed approach, please. I'm using St. Ange's AI, Vintage.
Alert Tower, no, we are going around.
Nice Tower, November 527 Romeo. Mike, 7 Romeo. Mike executing a go-around.
7 Romeo Mike, execute missed approach procedure. Contact departure on 120.16.
Executing missed approach. Contacting departure on 120.16.
Looks a little pretty.
November 527 Romeo. Mike.
Right, let's do altitude hold. So holding at 2000.
Departure.
Milan heading mode.
November 527.
Approach, thank you. Not doing anything.
Mike. Good evening at 2000.
November 527 Romeo Mike. Departure identified. Bonsoir Nice QNH 1013.
Nice QNH 1013. November 527 Romeo Mike.
Yeah, so we got some really weird factors. And I must say maybe I'm just too stupid to fly the airplanes. That's maybe one thing for certain. But wait, can we zoom out? I have to go back here, I think. But maybe I'm really spoiled with the Airbus and the Boeing, where you can actually set a extended runway center line and all that stuff, and some arrangings around the, these extra things for situational awareness. And so I have a really hard time doing everything at once and then seeing like where the hell is the airport. But we'll get there as usual, so that will be fine. It looks really pretty here. I really like it there. So at this moment we're just vectoring ourselves. I don't think St. Ange's ATC cares at all. They only care when you say fuck on the radio. No fucking, no people to even care about it, but sure. Oh, I understand. I'm just being a dick about it. So there's our runway. The approach obviously is a little bit funny like that. There's some terrain there. But we'll just do it guerrilla style. What is that? Ew. So I guess if we keep our...
7 Romeo Mike, turn left, heading 0900. Vector for the Arnav Zulu runway 22 right approach.
Left heading 0900. Vectors for the Arnav Zulu runway 22 right approach. November 527 Romeo Mike.
Now I'm just going to pretend that this is going to help us. Speed 178. Final approach speed still 121. Yeah, your flight is at 21 Zulu, or was it 21 Central European time? I believe it was 21 Zulu, right? 99 Zulu, yeah, okay, so that's 21 Zulu Central European time. Alright, cool.
Seven Romeo Mike, turn left, heading 025.
Cool, man.
Left heading 025. November 527, Romeo Mike.
Hopefully this is not getting it in too tight. Yeah, you let it go away, man. That's all cool. Reduce our speed. Let's go. You know what? Let's go 150. Left full. Okay, fine. We'll drop the gear. Go speed 135.
Departure, Air Portugal 48, Mike 2000 for 4000.
7 Romeo Mike, turn right, heading 085.
Right heading 085. November 527, Romeo Mike.
Air Portugal 48 Mike, Marseille control, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 110.
Climb flight level 110, Air Portugal 48, Mike.
I don't know about ATC, but I feel ready to come about and start doing our approach, man.
7 Romeo Mike, turn left, heading 350.
Left heading 350. November 527 Romeo Mike.
Left 350.
Seven Romeo Mike, turn left, heading 265, descend 3000.
Left heading 265, descend 3000. November 527 Romeo.
It's so funny, we're already at 2000. How can ATC not know that? I think I see some bunny lights there. Final approach speed 121. Speed 135.
Seven Romeo Mike, 3 miles from F22 Romeo Zulu. Turn left, heading 250. Cleared for the ILS Zulu runway 22 right approach.
I'm not going left 250.
Turning left heading 250. Cleared for the Arnav Zulu runway 22 right approach. November 527 Romeo Mike.
7 Romeo Mike, contact NIS Tower on 118.7.
Contacting NIS Tower on 118.7. November 527 Romeo Mike. NIS Tower, November 527 Romeo Mike. Good evening on the Arnav runway 22 right approach.
November 527 Romeo Mike, NIS Tower, Bien Raku. Continue approach runway 22 right.
Let's turn off the autopilot. Final approach speed 121. There's a runway.
Seven Romeo Mike. Continue approach. Seven Romeo Mike. Runway 22 right, winds 180 at 6. Clear to land.
Runway 22 right.
Approaching
Clear to
runway
land.
22
November
right.
527 Romeo, Mike.
Welcome to Nice, everybody.
Seven Romeo Mike. Contact ground on 121.705.
Contacting ground on 121.705. November 527 Romeo Mike. Nice ground, November 527. Romeo, Mike. Good evening, cleared off runway. Ready to taxi to the gate.
November 527, Romeo, Mike. Nice ground. Taxi to stand K52 via Alpha 1, Alpha Uniform. Charlie, Tango, Uniform. Bonjour.
Stand Kilo 52, Alpha 1, Alpha, Uniform. Charlie, Tango, Uniform. November 527 Romeo. Mike.
About the landing. Well, the landing was definitely nice. I hope your back is doing a lot better vintage than it was in the other flight at Oslo. I still owe you a new back for that, I think. It's a nice flight, this airplane again. So the last couple of days I've been flying this one and also the CRJ series, and then off the channel I've been trying to get some of my hardware to work with the RJ 100 and the RJ 75 and 85, I believe they're called, to see if I could get that to work to my satisfaction, and I'm still working on that. But I noticed that I'm sort of beginning to lose track which plane does what. So that's an interesting development. caused a lot of back problems. Yeah, I know, man. And so earlier today, when we were trying this flight, so I'm using the left EFIS panel by WinWing along with my MCP by WinWing for the Boeing, and I was turning my physical knob to zoom in and out of this map here, and it wouldn't work. But for instance, the barrel does work. You can change that using just the box.
9 Sierra Kilo.
Turns out that I totally forgot actually that actually it wasn't supposed to work with this aircraft to begin with. And yeah, that's what happened. So from now on, I'll take a note of these things in case my internal memory fails. Then at least I have my external memory. Yeah, I can understand. Just stick to one. Sometimes I stick to one plane for a while and then jump to another plane, do that for a while, you know. Looks really nice here, man. I have no clue where we're going, so let's just settle down somewhere. Yeah, this is one of the bespoke airports, I guess. The handcrafted. The default solo airport. Let's pretend this is our parking position and let's get out of here. Once I had a similar situation and I was like, well, let's pretend this is our spot, and actually it was our spot. That was quite funny. So here we are, parking brake set. Looks like we're still in one piece. It's good with an expensive aircraft like that. A couple of million, I think. Right, cool. We finally made it. The vectoring was a bit weird at the start of the approach, but it finally still got it down. And then the final vectoring I simply ignored. I was like, screw that, man. No way in fucking hell I'm going to fly heading 250 now. It's just going to be way too sharp. It really didn't make sense to me at all. Could say something about me. That could mean like I don't understand. Could also be like, no dude, you're damn sharp. You have to land the plane. But nonetheless, we're here. But again, from the screen, the family wanted to have a game night. Oh shit, was inviting people over. Yeah. When I got home from getting dinner, they told me, really? Those things suck, man. Yeah, well, good that you're streaming tonight. Vintage, I will check it out. So, thanks very much for checking. What else is coming? Basically cancelled yesterday's flight for no reason. Exactly. I'm mad at my family for it. Don't be mad too long. But I understand. Yeah, of course. It's suppose your plans like down the drain, and then you're like, oh shit, and then actually there was nothing going on. All the shit for nothing. Yeah, that makes sense. It's understandable. Just look forward, man. Your stream is coming up soon. Hope you can set up everything nicely. I'll check it out as well. I'll join in there. Might also jump in and out. We'll see, but I'll say hi for sure. Bought so much pizza for the game night. Just to be told we got cancelled. Well, at least hopefully you still got the pizza. Alright, man, I'm gonna go relieve myself, and then I'll make a little landing replay. Hopefully it will look cute. Thank you very much for checking, everybody, and Vintage, thank you for saying hi, and I will see you in your stream later, man. See you later, everybody. Stay cool. Bye-bye.